The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Hello and welcome to the Bro You Haven't podcast with me, JJ Revenge of the Sith Harding, Josh Return of the Jedi Aitken, and Adam the Phantom Menace Clayton. Today we are talking about sequels we'd like to see. Video games which have wowed us over the years, and unfortunately the developers have not given us a second taste of their sweet, sweet ambrosia. We will also be diving into the world of video game crossovers and seeing if we can make some disgusting cocktails of our own.
Three, two, one, clap that ass! Good evening, boys.
Well, hang on. No, you can't just say 3, 2, 1, then say something else and then clap.
I went on
I
one.
clapped before. I clapped.
What's your problem?
Let's go back
No, you
and have a
did
look
not.
at the recording,
No,
and you
didn't.
will find out exactly when I clapped.
You can look at the recording and you'll see that you're wrong.
You went 3, 2, 1, clap that ass, and then clapped.
You did. That's exactly what you did.
And you know you did. That's why you're laughing.
I had something else on my mind. I apologise.
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake. Oh, boys.
Goodness sake. How are we?
We were just discussing just then. We're all very tired.
Yeah, extremely tired.
It's dark. It's miserable.
Shouldn't be tired.
No, but I feel like it's that point though. Like we've kind of got a bit of clarity, not so much you Scots, but a bit of clarity as to what might happen now. That it's just even more draining. Everything is even more draining.
Yeah, for those of you listening who aren't from the UK, basically Boris Johnson has announced that we will be out of lockdown by July.
July the 21st, I think, is pub day. Everyone's calling it
Pub day. Yeah. 14th of April. That's when we can go back to the gym, which is nice.
That's your real freedom day.
That is my life is back to normal day. That's true.
You people have that clarity. I don't. I'm just in a forever hellscape.
Yeah, but you don't pay for your water.
Oh, wow. I don't pay for my water. Oh, that makes up for not being allowed to go outside.
I've noticed a couple of things though that we're not a political podcast, so don't quote us on this. But what Scotland tends to do is so England makes an announcement. Scotland says, "Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that." In a Yorkshire accent, and then they do it a week later.
Yeah, and a complete Yorkshire accent. It's mostly because we have the issue that stands as there's so many people that live in Scotland that wish they lived in England. That just there's a big group of like unionist kind of people that are like, oh, Great Britain, we shouldn't have our own government. Just do what the UK government does, and then it gets to the point where we end up just having to do that anyway.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh,
Don't quote me on that. That's just my opinion. But to me, that's how it comes across as, regardless of what gets said and whether it's for the best, our hand is often forced. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well. What are we talking about this week, boys?
What?
First off the bat, though, there's exciting news from one of us.
Yes.
What a week.
Yes. I got engaged.
Yeah.
She gave in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey,
Maria.
Jesus, not that again.
Her name is Phoebe. It's wonderful. Yeah. I got outside this medieval barn. It was sunset. I set up a table with some fairy lights and champagne.
Her mum was hiding in the bushes.
Yeah. Yeah, her parents were hiding in the bushes so they could take a photo. And basically I said to Phoebe, I was like, oh, shit, my friend from work's calling me. His car's broken down. I'm going to have to go help him out. And then I told her, I was like, oh, I've just bumped into your parents. Do you want to take the dog for a walk? And then when she came down, I was on one knee. She started crying. I was like, well, that's a no. Nah, she said yes, and yeah.
It's amazing. The real question is, did the guy's car ever get fixed?
You will never know.
No!
No! God!
Where are they?
Where is she? Where's the clean slate?
Jesus.
Yeah, so what's the plan for the stag? What are you doing for the stag?
Yeah, what's the stag?
I don't
What's
know,
the
because
plan?
I'm not a lad's lad, you know what I mean? So I don't want to do the typical...
Really?
What?
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 I'd have never have guessed that.
I know.
The man that is part of a podcast about gaming is not a lad's lad.
You know what I mean, though? It's just like... What do you do in that? I'd like to go abroad. I'd like to go to Spain or something and just chill.
We're going to Magaluf.
Shagaloof.
No, I don't want to go to Shagaloof. I want to go somewhere... I'd like to go Vietnam, to be honest. That'd be sweet. Vietnam! You don't give answers, do you, friend? Just questions that don't ever end!
Oh, God. That's us lost our entire viewer, our entire listeners.
Oh my god, that was actually pretty good, to be fair. I was impressed by it. Well done, you trained musical theatre man being able to sing.
Why, God, why today?
Why are we recording this today? Why God,
Why God, why? The one that's in every tenor's rep. I'm not a tenor, but...
It's not in mine because I'm not a tenor. If anything, I'm a bass. I'm a bass that tries to pass off as a high baritone.
See, it's interesting to say you're a bass because I like my bass down low. And, this shit ain't gonna suck itself.
Suck.
I really don't understand. None of that made sense to me.
I think you had to be there.
Adam, what about you? Did you get engaged this week?
Unfortunately not, no. What have I done this week? The new Pokemon announcement came out this week, which I was super excited about. They're remaking the 4th generation.
Who needs women there?
I know, exactly.
Who needs women when you've got Pokemon?
Exactly. And what else has happened? That's about it.
Is Legends of Arceus is separate, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a separate thing completely. It's almost like an open world, like feudal Japanese state game where you.
Well, that's cool.
In the video, she does like the roles like in Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff. So it actually looks quite immersive. I think you can climb as well.
Yeah.
Which should be cool. I mean, they say early 2022, but I'd rather they just wait and do it properly rather than give us something that's going to be a bit buggy and shit.
Yeah, rather than rush it.
My only worry is because I saw the video as well. My only worry is it going to be one of those things that is actually just an okay game, but because it's got the Pokemon symbol on it, it's going to sell like crazy.
Oh, that's what happens most of the time, though. They just rehash the same game and people buy it.
True.
And I don't even care. I still buy it. But yeah, that'll be fun. What about yourself, Josh? Are you awake? Are you happy? Are you alive?
Josh is so asleep today.
No to all of those questions. Yeah, I don't know. I'm off work for like 2 weeks. I'm super fucking bored. Yeah, I still haven't played any of the games I've downloaded. I've just been sweating Apex. Like,
we've been sweating on Apex, haven't we?
Me too.
I've got so many like great story-based games downloaded, and I just haven't touched any of them for like months.
Well, you've got a full collection to get through on PlayStation, haven't you?
Yeah, well, a lot of them I've already done. To be fair,
You got Persona.
10. There's like 10 free games. I did play Persona, didn't like it.
That's turn-based.
How long did you give it? 15 minutes? Is that free at the moment?
You get it if you have a PlayStation Plus membership. You get like what was it, like 10 free games?
Yeah, it's like a collection of like 10 or 15. It's like classic PS4 games, like, you know what I mean, like
Sick.
console defining. There's just too much going on.
Do you get Horizon?
I've got Horizon. I've just not really touched it.
Oh, that must look amazing on PS5 because the draw distance on that is fantastic anyway.
I'll give it a bash.
You will definitely give it a bash, I think.
Oh yes, at some point.
Oh yeah.
What are we talking about today? Why are we here? Why am I here? Why are we all here? Really?
Episode 4 is always the lull. We're doing sequels we'd like to see, so games from our past that maybe didn't quite get the recognition or didn't get that sequel squeezed out of it. So we're just going to go through a couple of our sort of things we would like to see in the future, and also maybe a couple of like collaborations of different like franchises that might be quite cool in the future, or just like our idealistic games, basically.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few. Mine are all quite young, like kiddie based, but kiddie based, they're all about kids. They're all like
All about. Oh yeah.
All about kids.
Mine's are all about kid.
They're like cartoony rather than. But I was trying to think like what would I have wanted as a kid, and like I would have wanted an adult version of.
Oh, I'd love an adult version of a kid. just an adult then.
Cool. So we're gonna start. We got 3 each, and then we got a couple of other things to talk about. So I'll start if you want. I'll go right out there.
Yeah, I would love that.
I know that Josh has actually done his research this time. So
I did it with half an hour to spare.
okay. First one I'm going for, a sequel I'd like to see, is I'd like to see a sequel that I would like to see, is a sequel I'd like to see, is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, the sequel.
Great game.
Oh, yes.
Great fucking
Okay.
game.
So we've talked about this one before, but it's Harry Potter. You play Quidditch, basically. You do all the training, you do the house cups, you've got to beat the other houses, you can choose which one you want to be, and then you win a ticket to the World Cup.
Do you train with wood? Adam, do you train with wood?
I think it's imperative you train with wood.
No, you train with a broom and a snatch. The broom's wood.
That's not what he was saying. You got wood.
Train with wood.
I often train with wood.
Hey, there we go.
Harry Potter is always training with wood.
I feel sorry for Wood. He gets hit off his broom in that is a third one or something and nearly fucking dies.
Can't believe Professor McGonagall gave Wood the business. Can you believe how Miss McGonagall treated Wood?
I know.
I think she was a little hard on Wood.
We can't always make jokes about penises.
We're trying to rebrand here as a more mature.
Going highbrow, come on.
We're trying to go a bit more highbrow. I forgot to send you the memo. We're going highbrow.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that why you're wearing the fake mustache and top hat?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's if you hear a clinking noise, listeners at home, that's my pocket watch swinging back and forward in my hand.
But yeah, the reason I'd like to see this game as a sequel, or just revamped, it would be great if they could do some sort of like more of a league. The World Cup, you sort of go into it and you can pick a country and maybe you play like 3 or 4 games and then that sort of finishes. There's nothing much else. But if you could have like a full-on like FIFA sort of league
FIFA
system for Quidditch. Oh my god, I would lap that up. Ultimate Team with Quidditch. Who are you playing as if you're playing Ultimate Team? Or Pro Leagues.
Wood.
Wood.
No, I'm playing as a guy who goes, take that side.
No, fucking Crumb. Victor Crumb.
Victor Crumb, definitely.
Crumb.
Now, actually, we've kind of gone back in a circle here because Victor Crumb is actually
Yeah, he is.
Pardon? Wait, how old is Hermione at the time?
14,
How old is he at the time?
56.
He's still at school, though.
No, he's probably
still
about
like
17.
a
He's probably
school
17.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of girls in my school dated guys who were like 17 and they were 14. It's one of those. I hated school because all the girls, because obviously girls matured quicker, always went for much older boys. You know?
Can you edit in, Adam?
Yes.
Just a siren, like a klaxon going, and then incel alert, incel alert. just after JJ said that.
I'm making a note.
Definite incel patter.
Did you guys not get that though? Was that not like when you were at school?
I don't know. I was always quite mature. I was quite mature most of the time, to be fair. I was the boy who did dance, so I got away with most stuff, really.
Oh, Billy Elliot.
Oh, Billy Elliot doing his pirouettes.
Late electricity, I'm free.
No, I didn't have a bad time at school. It wasn't that bad. It was fine.
I had a fucking great time.
Oh, mate, late electricity, I'm free, late.
I'm free!
I had a great time at school. Solely by bullying people like JJ.
That makes
I'm
sense.
kidding, I'm joking. Or am I? No, I'm joking.
All right, Indiana Josh, take off your cap.
I know, right, I know.
Take off your top hat, take off your pocket watch, and sit the fuck down.
I can't make claims like that, like when you already know how fucking lame I am, like. Like I've got no leg to stand on with those claims.
No wood to stand
No
on.
wood to stand on.
I've wrote some fucking weird, undecipherable shit in my notes for this.
Do you want to try and decipher one right now?
What, for a sequel?
Yeah, just decipher a sequel.
I don't know if this game ever existed, right? But the game I'm trying to talk about existed, but I don't know if this was what it was called.
Okay, hit me.
Lord of the Rings: War in the North. Was it called what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, War in the North. Yeah, it was a
War
good
in the
one.
North.
Yeah, you played as.
That's a good game.
It was a good game.
It was like Diablo-esque,
Pretty
if
much
I
just your
remember.
bog standard adventure game, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like, but I think I just want more Lord of the Rings games. I want that kind of that world, but that Diablo combat kind of thing, that kind of like top-down party style.
I think Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War were onto something. I would love to see a third installment, but with like maybe a custom character.
That would
maybe
be
you
cool.
could like see the story as a Rohin, or as like Rohirrim, or you can see it as an elf, or you know, lots of different branches, or maybe you see it from Gondor's perspective. Or...
Have we got any more on that Gollum game yet? Have we heard anything else about that, or has that just been quite quiet?
I think it's supposed to release next year. That's supposed to be a stealth game, isn't it?
Stealth, sneaky.
Which I imagine it would be.
Do you know what it's going to be? Do you ever play that fucking game Sticks with a goblin? It's just going to be it's going to just be a reskin of that.
Exactly, Sticks.
It'll just be it'll be a reskin of Sticks. It will be that game with Andy Serkis.
100%.
And what Stick's made of?
Wood. Is Andy Serkis going to be in it?
Probably even not. That's me being generous to them. Sticks was made of wood.
So what would you want to see from that sequel?
From a War in the North sequel.
Yeah.
He'd like to take the war down to the south, I think.
Yep. I would like that style of gameplay. I think I just want that style of gameplay, but like within the story of the trilogy of films and the books. Like I want to play as the heroes, like the fucking...
Oh, so you want you basically want a remaster of what's Lord of the Rings Conquest?
Yeah.
Kind of, but not the same gameplay, because War in the North was more Diablo-esque from memory.
Yeah. War in the North was more like the gameplay of the Return of the King game.
Yeah, that. I want that. That is what I want.
Yeah.
I want the world. I want the whole world.
I want the world hold.
JJ, what's yours? I feel like yours is going to be a good one.
So I'll start with my third one, which is Titanfall 3.
Ah, yes.
Which they are... I said to you boys the other day, they're not even talking about making a third one yet, which is really upsetting me, because they're generating so much money from Apex Legends.
That's why they don't need to make a new one, because they're raking all our bank accounts. That's why.
They're raking it on.
Yeah, I know.
I know. But I just feel like the first one was great, but it didn't have a story, and it was, the story was just radio chatter, and that was pretty dead, right? And then the second one, they put just a small little Call of Duty-ish campaign where you freaking jumped on top of ships in giant mechs, and
the boss fights are so fucking cool in Titanfall 2.
Freaking went through time and shit, and you had a funny robot companion, and it was just everything. It felt like a classic shooter story, but in a modern game.
Yeah, because you get sort of stuck on Titan, don't you? At the start, a mission goes wrong, and then you've got to rescue your mate, and then you have to take the Titan. Yeah. It's just beautiful. The mechanics in that game. I'm not going to talk about this one, but I've got similar thing. It's similar to BioShock. A lot of it, you can use the terrain to your advantage all the time, and like the wall running, the grappling we get in Apex, you also kind of have in Titanfall as well.
Yeah.
It's so much
fun.
I
think that's some of the things that are missing in Apex, like the fact that you can wall run. I'm surprised they haven't added the pilot as a character in Apex.
They're apparently adding mechs to it, though, so they might have the next legend might have one that their ultimate's a mech, maybe.
Or
that
just,
would be cool.
Or like, sick. Imagine putting one mech in the middle of the map.
That would be cool.
Runs through. Be amazing.
With our Mozambiques.
Would you compare playing Titanfall 2 to the first time you played Halo? Like, in the sense it's like a modern day version of that kind of... You know what I mean? Did you understand the question I'm asking?
I know exactly what you mean. I think
It's a similar vibe.
Titanfall tried to innovate in a similar kind of way.
Yeah.
But I think because Halo got there first, obviously it felt better playing Halo 3 than it did
Fucking
playing
great game.
Titanfall 2 for the first time. But it's hard to innovate now because people have just done so much already.
And then you have fucking AAA developers like Ubisoft that are just putting out the same games basically with different fucking skins.
Yeah, I mean they tried rewriting the formula, didn't they? With Assassin's Creed Origins, but it's not the same.
It's just a bigger version of the same thing, really. Like, it's not like overly different. Bastards.
But yeah, Titanfall 3, I feel like there would be a much larger player base now that Apex is so big. 'Cause one of the things about Titanfall 2 is that not a lot of people played it. Like, you can play online today and people still play it, but it's not as big as like Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Yeah.
And it needed more of that kind of Call of Duty style, like unlock this attachment for this gun, or you should be able to earn and unlock more quicker, because that was one of the main issues I had with number 2 was I played online so much, but it just didn't give you anything in return.
No progression,
really.
no real progression system.
No, it gave you like a few skins and stuff every now and again, but at the end of the day, it was a bit like, oh.
I would say one that kind of looks a bit similar that has come out since, or is coming out, is that Deathloop. Kind of feels like I think it's that fast-paced running, free running and shit, and it just kind of feels like that would be a progression. But obviously, we want it with Titans and in the Titanfall universe. But that's something that kind of feels like it could be akin to.
I think that's supposed to be a roguelike, isn't it? So like the AI adapts to you every time you move, and it's just
I think so.
It's technically the same world over and over again, but a little bit different every time.
Yeah, it's a roguelike, but it's not like top down or not Hades. It's more like a first person one.
FPS roguelike.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Hades.
sick.
Brown down, wow, down. So good.
Okay, let's move down to number 2 then.
We're back to you, Adam, Mr. Clayton.
Back to me. Okay, so I'm going to take you on a little journey now. So the reason mine is this one is on the list is because of something I like to call the Minions effect. Okay? Now, Despicable Me are horrible films, awful films, and the Minions should not exist. They ruin the films. No, the reason they're in there is to make it sell lots of money, and all the kids go, Minions, Minions. The Minions got a film for themselves. What the fuck? They're they're awful.
Down with the capitalist machine, comrade.
So what I think, you know what, Gru was okay, and that story was good, but the fucking Minions ruined that film and ruined that franchise. And the same way, the fucking Rabbids ruined Rayman.
Yeah, you're so fucking right as well.
Oh yeah. I was so happy when they made Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends, because the Rabbids were fucking gone.
And it's not even that I don't like them. I do like them. And do you know what? That first Rayman Raving Rabbids game was fun. It was good fun as a party game for the family or whatever. But they've now taken over. There's Rabbids and Mario. There's Rabbids and fucking everywhere. I want a proper Rayman game. I want a Rayman game like Rayman 3, which is kind of what the two you've just described are like. But do you know what I mean?
Rayman 3 was so good. I love a Rayman. Mate, I think I've got Rayman on here. Yeah.
Have you?
It was in the collab. Yeah, I want us to do a Rayman.
So do you want to do that now? What would you like to see Rayman with? I want to see Rayman without Rabbids, basically.
I would love to see Rayman with Mario and Spyro and Crash. I'd love to have a platform mega compilation.
Rayman with The Last of Us 2.
Yes, please.
Hyper real gritty Rayman game where he watches his big blue friend get eaten alive.
What's the mission at the start of Modern Warfare 2 again? No Russian. I'd like to see no Russian, but all the humans are replaced by Minions and Rabbids.
Oh, do you know what they were missing? I loved the new art style for the newer Raymans.
Yeah.
But in the old Raymans, I missed the sages going, Help. Help.
Oh, I remember that.
Help me.
Oh, that takes me back.
Help. It was freaking great.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Help. Help me.
Stop, I'm getting wood.
Getting wood. This is Bro, You Haven't Got Wood.
Bro, you haven't got wood. Did anyone play... this is my number 2, by the way. I'm just segueing in here.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Did anyone ever play the Wolverine X-Men Origins game that came out?
I didn't know.
Yes, it wasn't terrible.
So fucking surprisingly, shockingly good is how I'd describe it. Like, it was surprisingly really... Like, I loved how, obviously, you took damage in it, and it was actually, like, bullet holes appearing in your skin and stuff,
sick.
and they'd, like, actually, like, heal. And your vest, like, you get shot so much, your vest would just be ripped into pieces and shit. Great stuff. Gave me
so
wood.
really what he's saying is he just wants to see Hugh Jackman with his shirt
I just want to
off in
see
the game.
Hugh Jackman with his shirt off in-game. An animated Hugh Jackman shirtless with bullet holes in him. No, what I want is a sequel. A sequel of that, but made by the same team that made the Spider-Man games, the most recent ones.
Oh, okay.
A sequel to the Wolverine game and the Arkham, and like that kind of Arkham engine kind of thing. That is what I want to see. That is what I deserve.
Yeah, I feel like Spider-Man borrowed quite a lot of Arkham, but
It's the same engine, I'm sure, but that's what I would love to see. That I just think it'd just be super fucking fun. Imagine a big open world kind of city or kind of area. I don't know, maybe like in the Canadian wilderness, there's some military bases and shit dotted about, and you're playing as Wolverine. Stealth mixed with just
sick,
mad
wouldn't it?
combat, your healing factor and all that. Sick as fuck. That's
Yeah.
what I want.
Wow.
whoa, that'd be class. My number 2 is, now I know there technically is a sequel because it's a prequel to Ico, but I want to see a true blue sequel to Shadow of the Colossus. That is just an absolutely incredible game. For those of you who haven't played it, there is 14 or 16 Colossi, or Colossuses.
Yeah, something like that. Colossi.
Yeah, and the entire game just revolves around you traveling to find these enormous beasts and then defeating them by climbing on them and finding their weak points, and each of them is technically a puzzle as well as a boss. It's so good and so simple. Like, I've never known a game where there's literally only 16 enemies.
Oh, literally, I've never played it, so you literally go from boss to boss.
Oh, it's good, man, yeah.
Oh, next time I see you, I'll give
Amazing.
you the disc. It's so good.
That is really good.
It got remastered for the PS4, and it looks incredible.
I deleted it for storage, but I've still got it in my little library. I might go back to it.
Oh, dude.
On the PS5.
But yeah, I mean, they could literally just do the same again, but with maybe a few more Colossuses.
Colossuses.
What would you call it? What would you call the sequel?
Shadow of Colossuses.
Shadow of the Colossus. This time it's personal. Shadow of the Colossus Tokyo Drift.
Maybe we could do a Wizard of Oz thing and just call it the Coloss.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
2 Shadow, 2 Colossus.
I don't know, maybe Shadow of the Colossus.
Got Shadow 7 and then Colossus 8.
Shadow of the Colossus Aftermath would be a good one. Origin of the Colossus.
Out of the Shadow of the Colossus. What's your number 3?
I've got an honourable mention. I'm going to mention it quickly. The Toy Story 3 video game. I don't know if you ever played it. It was like an open
on the PlayStation 1.
360.
Oh, I remember that.
It's like basically an open world Toy Story game. It's not very long, but you can like play as all the different characters and shit. It was actually really fun. So if they actually did like a massive toy store, or like, I don't know, I can just imagine that you could actually get quite a lot of content in there. You got all the different characters. That's just a little thing I had in my brain. But mine's actually quite similar, my number 1. And it's something we all deserve. It's something that we've deserved for a long time, and they haven't even remastered it yet. But it's Simpsons Hit and Run. We need that
yes.
in GTA 5 engine. That's what we need. We need
What
the depth
a fucking game.
and the scale of GTA 5, but Simpsons. That's what we need.
I need Springfield in 4K. I need that.
Literally.
We put the spring in Springfield.
Boing.
Oh, I remember, you know when you play as Bart and you get in his rocket car?
Oh, the rocket car, yeah.
I remember that was really hard.
So delicate.
Didn't you race Dr. Frink or something?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it was. So.
You look back at it, and actually, it doesn't look that good now. But it was a big part of my childhood, and
Sure it does. Sure it does.
okay, I'll play it tomorrow.
It did back then.
It did.
Ah,
It
come
did
on.
back then.
The fucking good old days.
Back in the good old days.
I'll tell you what still looks good.
Your mum.
I was about to say that.
And they didn't change the graphics of it at all. Super Mario Sunshine. If we move... Oh, no, wait. Aren't you before me?
I can go. I don't mind. I was
Your final sequel comes after you divorce.
Hey!
JJ Harding back in the saddle.
Oh, my God. Honestly, right. Adam has been hardcore teasing me lately. Honestly, the first
Oh, tell me more.
Hardcore teasing.
moment I see him, I'm just gonna turn him around. I'm gonna freaking push him.
Go on.
I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push his top half and then bring his bottom half closer towards me.
And insert Shadow of the Colossus.
A
Colossus.
shadow of the Colossus sequel would be called Return of the Colossus. I've just thought of that there.
Return of the Colossus.
Yeah, that makes sense. My final sequel, and I'm surprised no one's said it yet. Technically it's DLC, but I see it as a standalone game. Undead Nightmare.
Oh! Don't tell me!
I've already said it. I just said it out loud.
Oh, I
I
didn't
didn't
hear
hear
you.
he was shouting.
What were you guess anyway? You didn't hear me guess.
Red Dead Redemption 2 Undead Nightmare.
Yeah, that's it. Undead Nightmare. But I don't count that as a guess because I said it out loud just before you said it.
I didn't hear you, but I did know.
Undead Nightmare, man. There needs to be a fucking next. There needs to be Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare. I'm sorry.
Why haven't they done it?
I don't. They're so committed. They're so committed to the online, and it's so shit. Like it's fun to play for like a couple hours, but like
Yeah, it's fun to
Doesn't-
play for a bit, but
we need Rockstar story DLC. Why don't they do it anymore? Give us Undead Nightmare 2. It's what the people want.
they've given us undead bodies in the game. They've given us the mask, which starts it anyway. Why not just put them in?
Maybe they are working on it and they just don't want it to get out.
If that's the case, then Red Dead Redemption is almost. I guess people are still kind of talking about it, like we're talking about it, but it's coming to a point where it's like.
I reckon they'll wait until it's completely dead and then drop it.
Probably, to be fair. So if you're playing, guys, stop playing Red Dead 2 right now so we can get the Undead Nightmare.
Yeah, stop. Boycott Rockstar until they
Boycott
give us what we
Rockstar.
want.
Boycott Rockstar until they get it. Hashtag boycott Rockstar.
Hashtag bro, you haven't boycotted Rockstar.
Hashtag shave off that yee ass haircut.
Give me undead or give me death.
Give me death or give me death. Am I right, fellas?
Am I right?
My number three, my number one. I think you boys were probably expecting this. Dragon's fucking Dogma 2. Come on, where is it, Capcom?
Where is it? Where is it, Capcom? Where?
Where is it, Capcom? It's been 10 years.
Where is it?
Well, it's been more than that. It's been like 13 years. They're doing so well with a lot of games lately. I mean, if you look at Resident Evil, you look at Monster Hunter, they know anything else that they bring out, people are going to buy. It's not going to be a cult classic like the first one will. People will buy this. Dragon's Dogma, I've spoken about it before. It is a open world adventure game where you can climb giant bosses. You technically have two characters. You have your own, which is fully customizable, class, skills, and your pawn, which is also fully customizable.
I mean,
Your
class,
pawn.
Your pawn.
You gotta take your
You can
pawn.
customize your wood.
Customize your wood, make your own porno.
Might buy Dragon's Dogma tonight. Fuck it.
Oh, so good, man. It's so good. You got to remember how old it is, though. It's technically from 2008, but it was released in 2011 for the
Incel. Beep, beep, beep.
beep beep.
Danger, danger, danger.
Maria.
We need a soundboard for
Maria.
this fucking podcast.
Yes.
Maria.
We've discussed this.
Maria. Hold on. So the things I want to see from the sequel are easier traveling, because traveling in the first one is a little bit of a nightmare, and some online capability. Have a party of 4 when your pawn isn't around. Why not? I definitely want to keep the whole borrow another player's pawn. That is amazing. The fact that you can just nick your friend's follower and then they get items and they get experience, and that follower also gets like knowledge of beasts and stuff like that. That is freaking incredible. So many things. To be honest, I just want them to pretty much keep it the same, up the graphics, improve the online.
That's it.
Just raise, a sequel then.
That's the thing about all of them, isn't it? That's all we want. It's just a better version of our experience the first time
Just
round.
a better version of the first one.
Just another one.
Only there was a name for that.
I don't even mind if it's slightly worse. If it's slightly worse, it'll still be a great game.
More of the same.
Just more of the same.
Yeah.
The Ubisoft approach.
But this is why I suggested a couple of different things. The collaboration element. Okay, I want to see. I hear which ones you want to have like fused together to make the perfect game.
I've had a lot of fun with that. I'm not going to say the perfect game. I'm going to start with the one that I think sounds like it would be the most agreeable. Like, I feel like this is going to be a solid yes from us all. But you're going to need to let me explain.
Okay.
Good luck.
Resident Evil meets Halo. Now, let me explain.
Space zombies.
The gameplay of Resident Evil, like the newer ones, like the first-person survival horror, but you are just a UMSC, a UNSC grunt, whatever, I can't remember the acronym. Grunt.
Yeah.
The flood is attacked, and you're in like a
Or
base.
ODST.
Or ODST. I'd like a game where you are just like the common foot soldier. We've not had that yet, and it's like a survival horror.
If you go ODST, you could be Nathan Fillion. That's all I'm saying.
ODST is one of the best. I like ODST, man. I'll get some hate, but I fucking love it.
I thought it was okay.
I like the little tune. You know, little somber music. I like that. But yeah, that's my first one.
Oh, that would be amazing. That sounds like an unfunny version of what Battlefront did with the Ewoks.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, that was so funny. The Ewok battles,
So
I love that.
funny.
I love that game mode. It's such a fucking good. It's such like a well done game mode.
It's so good. It's so weirdly good.
I'll go. Okay, so this came to me in my insomnia-ridden not sleep. I want to see a Fallout BioShock crossover. Okay, I want the beautiful aesthetics,
nice.
the gameplay, and the humor of BioShock in a Fallout open world RPG.
I completely agree with you. Fallout is missing so much that I wish was there. It needs a bit of that 2K Borderlands fun polish.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mind too much because I've just played Infinite, and I don't mind being funneled in that. I've not played like it's kind of half open world, half not. But there's quite very definitely a story that you've got to follow. I would like a bit more exploration. If you could have like a Fallout game, but in that universe where you can go to Columbia in the sky, and what's the one in the water called? I don't know. And then something in between. Like that would be amazing. Those different levels. Rapture, exactly.
Rapture, yeah.
It's Fallout. You're right. Fallout is missing that polished quirkiness. Like Preston Gravy's not funny.
Preston Garvey, not Gravy.
Preston Gravy.
Another settlement needs your help.
Adam Clayton, 2021. Preston Gravy's not funny.
That's what I've always called him.
This is everything wrong with Fallout 4. Preston Gravy's not funny. Preston Gravy sucks.
Fucking Preston Gravy.
Oh man,
He's just not funny.
It's just not funny.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
oh man.
He's not funny. Oh man.
JJ, hit me with your sick collabs.
I would love to see Hades and but Hades set in like a Norse universe.
I'm sure they would do it. I'm sure they'll do. They'll do something similar.
They would do it, but like Bastion is a lot different to Hades, so I think they're just going to go different again. That's what I think. But I'd love to see a mythos,
it's another pantheon basically
collection of the same game,
just different pantheons. Because then you could go to like Egypt and shit as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Ramos and all
stuff like that. Because they already hint at it in game, so you can get the sword of Arthur. So like
Excalibur.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it links into a bunch of different like weird religions and stuff. I think you can find the Hammer of Thor. I think you can find Mjolnir as well somewhere.
Here's a fun game. I will read out the 4 that I have left, and you can only pick one for me to explain what I mean.
Okay. Some
of these make more sense than others, but here we go. Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Valhalla collaborated. That one, you can understand what I mean by that. Probably.
I feel like that's just Ghost of Tsushima, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just want that in a different place. Okay, these 3 are harder to explain. XCOM meets Red Dead, L.A. Noire meets Skyrim, and Star Wars Battlefront meets Toy Story.
Star Wars Battlefront, Toy Story, I think.
L.A. Noire meets Skyrim is pretty much Kingdom Come Deliverance.
No, see, I don't. That's not what I mean by that. L.A. Noire meets Skyrim. The point of it is you're in a fantasy world of dragons and spirits and demons and shit. Because you are a paranormal investigator. That's the game I want. L.A. Noire.
Grim Fandango, man. Play Grim Fandango. I fucking love it.
Listen, I'm not into porn games, JJ.
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
I think he was on about Mandingo.
Ah.
Ah.
Star Wars Battlefront and Toy Story is quite self-explanatory, I think.
Yeah, we'll do that one. 100% doing that one.
That's fun. I want that. I want a big open world war game where I get to play as the Toy Story characters and they can massacre each other.
So good.
That's basically what I was trying to say, but maybe a softer version with my Toy Story one. Maybe a softer version. But I quite want to see blood as well. I want to see these toys bleed.
Are the vehicles Slinky? Is Slinky the vehicle?
The vehicle, well, there is a car in the Toy Story universe. There is like cars, like RC cars.
Yeah, like Barbie drives, doesn't she?
Yeah, but can it be Slinky?
That's a good point. I don't know how Slinky would factor in.
Slinky could do like abseiling, or he could be like a jump pad, and you can fire.
Yeah, like
people.
how you reach, like you get on top of a chest of drawers because there's a sniper up there and he's just took Woody's head.
What would everybody's special abilities be?
I
feel like Buzz Lightyear would have the hovering, the float.
Buzz Lightyear's special ability would be to call in an airstrike.
Okay.
That would be his thing. He'd call in an airstrike.
So you just want to make a Call of Duty.
Woody's is like Deadeye from Red Dead.
Sick.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
he's got
definitely.
Dead eyes.
Because he is dead. He's seen a lot of horrible things and he's dead behind his eyes.
Bo Peep will be the healer, and she'd be able to pull things in with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could have a hook shot. Or it could be called crook shot.
Crook shot.
Rex would just eat people.
Yeah, that'd be class.
He would just eat them. Just straight up eat people.
Yep.
Yes.
And it'd sound like... That's how it would sound.
I reckon... Or is it Zurg or Zorg?
Zorg. I thought it was Zurg.
Zig.
Oh. Adam's just shouting names.
People at home, comment below. Is it Zurg or Zorg?
Tell you what, if you don't know, like us on Instagram, alright? Subscribe and send us a little DM.
Zurg.
Zurg or Zorg. But I just want to say one collaboration I do want to see is I want to see Rockstar do some fantasy. I want to see Oblivion completely remastered by the same people who did Red Dead.
That's cool. I like that.
that kind of gameplay in a fantasy setting needs to happen, and it just hasn't happened yet, and it's really upsetting.
I'll do you one better with that. Going on from that,
Oh, got one up me, ain't you?
GT, not one upping you. This is like a collab. I'm collabing with
Always
you.
one upping. I'll do something better than you can. Here we go.
Well, that sounded cool, but do you know what sounds cooler? GTA and Harry Potter.
Nah. I reckon this new Harry Potter game is going to be dead.
I think it'll be shit as well, but that's why Rockstar need to do a Harry Potter game, and it has to be 18 plus.
Maybe you're right, Josh. Maybe you should make that collaboration. The Harry Potter game to beat the Harry Potter games.
It should be an 18 plus. It should have an adult rating.
Avada-kedabbering all over the place.
But do you know what I mean though? Like Oblivion.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But with the hunting, with the gambling, with the character interaction, with
more of an emphasis on survival as well. If you had to hunt to survive and forage to survive.
And imagine how well Rockstar could do Magic, considering how well they already do gunplay. Okay, so who's playing?
Oh, Josh, you play. I'll play the bartender today.
You be Cornelius Bartenderson. No, you can be his brother. What was his brother again?
Richardson.
Yep. Richardson. Hello! Do you remember? So,
we know how to play.
Hello everybody and welcome to Video Game Date Night. Josh, okay, let's go.
Hello. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
No, I'm not from Tennessee, and that's such a terrible line.
Where are you from?
Seattle.
Seattle? Seattle in America?
Could be.
What's your name?
Good one.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm not going to give you my name, creep.
What do you do for a living?
What everybody else does, buddy. Live.
Do you know anyone called Joel?
I used to. A long time ago.
Is your name Ellie? From The Last of Us?
That's right.
Yes! So easy. I knew it as soon as you said Seattle, but then I was like,
I know, I
maybe
shouldn't
it's
have
not.
said Seattle. I shouldn't have said Seattle.
I'm fat. I could be a detective at this rate.
I know, I shouldn't have said Seattle because I knew... I was hoping Adam would do it.
Would you guys like any drinks?
Oh yeah, I'd love a drink. Where's Cornelius?
I tell you what. All right then. I'll think of another. Do you want me to do another one?
But Adam can do it next time. I felt wildly uncomfortable doing that. I'd rather be the bartender.
Why'd you feel uncomfortable? You're an actor.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
Okay, fine. JJ, float with me now. Let's go.
Do it now, Albert. Hello, I'm Cornelius.
What's up there, blonde boy? Ain't you handsome?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh my!
Aren't you a rambunctious sort?
Oh!
Can I do it as Randy McMatheson?
Well, ain't you gonna come give Mama a kiss?
You can do it as your D&D character, Randy McMatheson, if you want.
For a bit of context, Randy is about 4 foot tall. He's disgusting. He's riddled with every STD possible. His main killing method is punching in the groinal area. And here we go. He also sleeps with a lot of old ladies, so fingers crossed. This is what he likes. Okay.
It's great fun as a DM.
Well, hello there, dearie. It's me, Mavis Trevathan.
Hi, lady. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing mighty fine, good sir. This man is, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah? I like the way you speak to me.
Oh, you like my accent? I bet you'd like it if I talked all muddy to you, wouldn't ya?
Can I get y'all anything to drink? For I'm Cornelius Bartenderson.
Oh, looky here. It's Cornelius bloody Bartenderson, Alright, boy. Yeah, I'll have a cider, boy.
We don't serve cider here in the Rusty Bucket. That's the name of the bar we're in.
Oh, fuck off then, bastard.
What happened to this podcast? What happened?
Right then, Randy. Fancy getting handy?
I can't. Ah, yeah, right. I got wood.
Oh, bloody handsome. Look at the size of that girt big dong.
Right, I'm off. Okay, I'm going to go talk to my mate Jay. This is too much. I can't concentrate.
Yeah, I am confused, if anything.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah, we'll end on that.
We're doing
What are we doing? Is it...
a Gal You Haven't episode next week, so we've got some surprise guests, but we can't wait for you to hear that.
We have some surprise guests, and we're not going to be there.
Well, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching from afar and taking notes.
Much like Adam often does with women in gatherings, he'll watch from afar
And take notes.
and write things down.
There we go. Thank you very much. We'll find out who that weird West Country lady was another time, I think.
Oh, I was just doing a West Country lady. She's Mavis Trevethan. You know who she is.
Oh, fuck, you did tell me that at the start. Right. See you later, boys.
See you later, viewers at home.
Diddle-a-doo-doo.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Bro You Haven't podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bro You Haven't Pod for updates on future episodes and more. If you like this week's episode, you can catch our other episodes on Spotify, Acast, and YouTube. On behalf of myself, Adam, and Josh, have a lovely week. Goodbye.